All right, let's talk about a problem that every single one of us building with AI has run into. You try to feed your model this huge document, you cross your fingers, and you just hope it remembers the important stuff. Well, today we're going to crack that code. Level up study, buddy. Let's build.
So, story time. You gotta picture this. Some researcher, probably on their fifth cup of coffee, decides to feed a massive 500-page technical manual into an AI, all in one go. And what happens? The AI just chokes. It completely loses the plot, and that API bill, yeah, it shoots right through the ceiling. It's a classic story, right? Good intentions, but a super costly mess.
And the villain of our story? It's got a name: context overload. This is exactly what happens when you throw these huge, messy inputs at your system. It leads to something I like to call AI amnesia. Where the AI literally forgets the critical details from the beginning of the document by the time it gets to the end. I bet that sounds familiar.
Now this overload, it forces you into a really tough spot. We call it the Memory Trilemma. It's this constant, frustrating battle to balance three things you absolutely need. You want perfect accuracy, you want super low cost, and you want lightning-fast speed or latency. The big problem? They're always fighting each other.
It really is a constant tug of war. For high accuracy, the AI needs more context, right? But to keep your costs down, you have to use fewer tokens. And of course, for those fast, snappy responses, you need way less processing. When you treat a document like one giant block of text, you just can't have all three. You're forced to pick your poison.
But what if I told you there's a way to break free from this? To actually win the tug of war? Well, say hello to the hero of our story, semantic chunking. This isn't just some clever trick, it's the intelligent way to feed your AI.
So what is it exactly? Well, semantic chunking is all about breaking down those big documents, not into random little pieces, but into smaller, meaningful blocks that are grouped by their topic and intent. So instead of one giant confusing mess, you get this beautiful collection of focused, context-rich segments that the AI can actually find and understand.
To make this crystal clear, let's use an analogy. Think of your data like it's a giant library.
I mean, think about it. You wouldn't walk into a library and read every single book just to find one recipe for a chocolate cake, would you? Of course not. You'd go straight to the baking section, you'd find the desserts book, and you'd flip to the right page. That's exactly what semantic chunking does. It's the library index for your AI. It lets it pinpoint and grab only the relevant info, which saves a ridiculous amount of time and money.
Okay, an elegant solution is one thing, but does it really work? Let's get into the hard data, because honestly, the results are staggering. This is where the theory gets real.
So let's take that big, complex document. If you just dump it into the AI as one single, unchunked block, you could be looking at a cost of around 27,000 tokens. That's our expensive, inefficient starting point. Now watch what happens when you apply semantic chunking. See that drop? We go from that huge, cowering bar all the way down to that tiny little one. We're not talking about a small tweak here. This is a total game changer. And here's the final number. With semantic chunking, that token cost plummets from 27,000 all the way down to just 2,000. That's an over 80% reduction, a 13x drop in cost. You're getting better, more accurate results for a tiny fraction of the price.
This creates a whole new reality for you. Suddenly, you solve the memory trilemma. You get consistent accuracy, blazing fast retrieval, and way, way lower costs. But most importantly, you get an AI that actually remembers what matters, because you're helping it focus only on what's relevant.
All right, enough talk. Theory is useless if you don't put it into action. So it's time for your first chunking mission. Let's move from just learning to actually doing.
Here's what I want you to do today. Go find a 10-page PDF. It could be a report, an article, whatever. Manually break it down into 3 meaningful sections based on its main topics. Then, upload just those chunks to your RAG system. Start asking it questions and just watch how much faster and more accurate its answers become.
And just like that, you've made your AI smarter, faster, and a whole lot cheaper. Hey, if you found this useful, do me a solid. Like, share, and subscribe to Study Buddy with Notebook LM. It's your daily guide to this agentic revolution. Now go build something amazing. Stay agentic.